and welcome to Lessons in Miracles. Our discussion tonight in A Course in Miracles is on Lesson 122. We welcome you to join us on that. I'm Teri Angel with my co-host Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
Our beautiful family that has gathered is Christine Elizabeth and Sunny.
Yeah, caught it, Sonny.
Auntie Jean Lorio.
Hello, everyone.
And Charlie Coons.
Hello, everyone.
All right, so we're excited. This is a great lesson that we're going into, and the next one I think is going to be off the charts. So we'll be talking about that at the end of the show. But right now, we're going to get started going into our hearts. And Karen, would you take us there, please?
I would be honored. So let's just take a moment. This beautiful, beautiful instant where we rest and let spirit take over, please. Feel how that feels when you truly, truly ask spirit to take over, please. Notice how you gently drop into your heart and you can feel that love instantly. And you feel like you're just coming home to the home you never left. And you feel all the love and support and kindness that you've been seeking in a world that really couldn't give you what you thought you wanted. It was always in your heart. So rest here for a moment and just let yourself know that you have come to the place where you no longer seek and do not find, where you have found the family of light, the home that you've been looking desperately to find, to replicate the feeling of security and safety and protection. Always right there. Just be still. And hold that space. And feel the power of that light as you radiate being this family of light to all creation. Feel yourself just bursting like sunshine, that your heart is just so full that it overflows with love, with appreciation, with blessings, and showers out across the universe to cities and towns, to countries and continents, to planets, everywhere. This love is so powerful, and you are at one with all creation, at one with the Creator, the Absolute. That absolute oneness is your heart of surrender. When you surrender your heart with willingness to be in full service to only love, to never again identify as anything but love, then this is your new occupation. This is your only function here, to raise that energy and radiate and extend it to every being. You are at one with Creator, with the universe. Rejoice in this. Rejoice and sing your own harmonic song. Feel that harmony, as every note is so important. Don't hold back your note. Sing that note and feel the harmony that you bring to the universe. The universe. One song. That's us. We are the one song. And every being on the planet is singing in harmony. And let us know how intricate every note is, with the thought that love itself goes everywhere you go. Notice how your presence is the present. Your presence is the gift. And every room that you walk into, every space that you encounter, love's presence is here. Just know that with certainty. It seems like there are certain people in the world that have special gifts and shine a little bit brighter. But the truth is, we all shine in the awareness that we allow that light to come through. So let yourself shine so that you are a beacon of light and a lighthouse to many of the ships that have forgotten their way. And forgive the illusion and just identify and be in full service to love. Love will show us the way. All we need to do is listen and forgive ourselves for being unaware that we were believing an illusion was real, that we were believing that bodies and space and time was something other than an illusion. We forgive ourselves for being fooled, but we won't be fooled again. And we just come back knowing that that beautiful, beautiful truth, that beautiful certainty that you're already home, you're already healed, you're already perfect, whole, and complete. There's nothing missing. There's nothing wrong. Everything is working perfectly. When we come back, time for us to share.
I am powerful and happy and joyful, and what a miracle tap into a new day too.
Thank you, Chris. And we welcome our Grace Isis in with us on the Zoom.
Crazy.
Feels good to have the family together tonight. Okay. Forgiveness offers everything I want. Karen, that was so beautiful. Thank you for that wonderful opening and opening our hearts, letting our souls just take a moment to bask in that energy of oneness. I so appreciate you every night, just being able to follow Spirit's lead and to just be the conduit for them to speak to us through you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
So, how did we do with this lesson on forgiveness? We've been, feels like, stuck on forgiveness for a bit now. Anyone want to share?
Well,
Happy.
go ahead, Chris.
Happiness and what a miracle.
You know what I realize I have to do is, I kind of made a joke and laughed when we talked about someone editing Jesus. We were talking about Jesus gave Helen the words, and then some people changed some of them because they thought that they would be better. I found out that if I take these lessons, like the one yesterday, and the first thing I do, they're written in
English.
I guess so. I don't know. Are they written in England? Anyway, they're
No.
English.
in English, in a type of writing that's called idemic pedometer, and it's a poetic form of prose. And we've said that a lot of times. It sounds like poetry. It sounds like poetry, and it does. What I have to do is I have to go back with the lesson first and rewrite it. Kind of rewrite it into a language that I can understand, because that's what's getting me so confused, is the word choices and the things, the way they're laying it out for this idemic pentameter. I'm saying that wrong, but you know what I mean. It has a rhythm to it. It's a poetry and it has a rhythm to it. So, because I keep saying that doesn't fit right there. I don't, I'm not understanding that. I went back and I went line by line and edited the way I would edit for my writing or something. It was amazing. I understood everything that was being said. And I don't know if that's being disrespectful, but it's working for me. It was wonderful when I went back and I changed it. Then I said, oh, well, now that makes sense. I understand.
Jesus says all through the Course that words are symbols twice removed. So he says, however you can hear this, however you can do the lessons. It doesn't matter. Like
Right.
they say over and over again, it doesn't matter if you're doing it right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. It's only getting the lesson done is all that matters. And you're doing it, and I think it's beautiful, Auntie Jean, I think it's so beautiful that you're sharing all of this so transparently and so openly. So anybody who's watching the replay, anybody who's watching this, we all struggle with it. I change the words all the time. You see me do it right in front of you. I do it. I
Yes.
don't like the word salvation. I don't like it. I don't It doesn't feel good when I say it, but freedom, ooh, I love that word. And so it's just easy for me to just do it that way. So I love that you are so open and sharing with your, the challenges of this. This is why we're doing it together, because the more we, that's why I think that's why we're sticking to it too. I think that's why we're really sticking to it, is because we're
Yeah.
doing it together. We're supporting each other. So I'll let Charlie share, because I love when Charlie shares too.
Well, this is my post office box number. What 122? So
122.
yeah.
I
So for
didn't
the
know we had a post office
foundation.
box.
I sink into happiness with that. So,
I know.
so
You
it
know what
was
you mean.
and and I pull an angel card every morning. And today was courage and bravery. So and happiness goes along with the courage and bravery.
Is there a message that goes along with it, Charlie?
With courage and bravery,
With the card. Uh-huh.
yeah. Oh,
I'd
uh,
love to hear it.
okay. Uh, yeah, I pull one in the morning and I pull one at night.
That was what they were talking about, that on there's a group that gets together that is called the Course in Miracles holographic, and they were saying that the um, the word of God is given us to speak, and that the word of God sometimes comes in those cards when we're picking a card.
And
It's God comes to us and speaks to us in all different ways, and if we are not frightened, by hearing a booming voice,
yeah,
then we might hear God like that. We may hear God in that way because we may have clear audience. But also, they were saying that if we are the way that we are open to receive, it may come as an oracle card or an angel card. So I'd
yeah.
love to hear what that is.
All right, so I'll just do it real fast because you have the heart of a warrior. You want to do what's right, but it isn't always easy. Angels are surrounding you in light of courage at this time, and guiding you to do what you know deep down in your heart is right. Being brave isn't being emotionless. The angels are reminding you that it's okay to feel, and your vulnerability allows you to tap into even greater strength. Angels are always willing to help you feel safe, guide, and guard. So called in as much help as you need. This is a time to take ownership of your energy and any situation that could be making you feel less than good. And through your courage, you will begin to attract experience of being respected. Extend the message. Your angels are here to remind you that your soul cannot be tarnished or harmed. It is one part of your essence that always remains whole, healed, and complete. So if you are feeling the need to defend yourself at this time, angel wisdom is guiding you to back down. You don't need to protect yourself, especially when you have a spiritual support. Call the light of God, heaven, and angels to protect you. If you feel you have made a mistake or have something you need to share, be brave, take ownership of it. Trust that living with integrity will always lead to the greatest possible unfolding of your life, and know that the best gift that you can give to the world at this time is your truth.
Thank you. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Teri, how about our insight?
Yeah, I've got a lot to share. So, um, okay, so let me get to the insights first, and then I'll share what I wanted to say.
Okay.
All right, so in the insights, it says, as I read this beautiful lesson, my first thought was, yeah, maybe if I do this lesson every day for 100 years. I seem to be so attached to my grievances, but I reminded myself that I am not alone in this. The Course promises us much support. I am really tired of carrying around these grievances, and I can see how they are making me so unhappy. It's a mystery to me why they are so hard to give up. As I was reading the lesson, I'm answering, yes, I want happiness. Yes, I want quietness. And then the lesson goes into all the wonderful things forgiveness offers, like joy and happiness. It seems to me that I can only dream of those things. And then comes the answer to achieve all of these things, which is the part I apparently have such a hard time with, the part that keeps me from experiencing these things. Until the Course came around, I didn't realize there was another way of living. I think I always knew in my heart there had to be something better, but I never knew what it was or how to achieve it. I think Jesus knows that we're extremely attached to what we made, so he is gently trying to remind us with his lovely poetry. It's almost like he's saying, you had this before, remember? So many times I get frustrated because I can't seem to do what it takes to have peace. But the continuous practice of these lessons, along with the power of the Holy Spirit, helps me have hope and stay focused. The thoughts of this course give me the only true life I've experienced in my time here on earth. I loved that so much. And I had a discussion today with our beautiful Sharon, who I'm staying with. And in that discussion, as I was just free thinking and thinking about forgiveness and how I used to perceive God as the judge, because that's how I was taught. That's how I grew up. And it was like, you don't question it. God's the judge. And if you don't stay in line and do all the things you're supposed to do and do them the right way, then you're judged and you get punishment.
Mm-hmm.
So I've discovered as I've grown in my spirituality that I don't hold that concept of God anymore. I don't see God as a punisher. I don't see God as judging us because we told a little white lie. What I see is that we have this thing called free will, and I know many people don't believe in it, but I believe in free will. And I believe that we make choices every moment of every day that we're here on earth. Then, whatever happens with that choice, we are living with the consequences of that. So it's not that there's a God that's going to strike us or hit us like the nuns used to do on the hand or the teachers. It's that we are living out the consequences of our choices. And, people call it by different names. I don't have a name for it. I just know that's the law of the universe. That's the way it works. So forgiveness to me is an antiquated word. It doesn't mean what it used to mean, that, you did something and you had to ask and beg forgiveness, or somebody did something to you and so you forgive them. It's like it's taken on a whole new meaning with this new paradigm that we have of understanding who we are and what we're all about, and that yes, we are a spark of the divine. Years ago, we couldn't even say that. That was blasphemy. That was like, oh no, you are not a part of God. You're the little peon, and God's way up here. And I don't see that separation anymore. I don't see any of us as separate. We are all in this as part of the oneness. So when we talk about forgiveness, I see it in a whole different light. And I don't see it as I have to grant you my forgiveness or you have to ask me for forgiveness. I just see it as we're all walking each other home, like Ram Dass says. We're doing the best we can. And so, yeah, we might step off of the path and do something that's a little out of the norm or not for the best and highest good. But it doesn't mean that we're doomed or that we're going to be struck down. It means we're going to suffer the consequences of stepping off that path. That's all it means. And so when I think of it that way, what a freedom. To me, it's just like this weight is lifted off my shoulders, that I don't feel like I have a camera on me 24 hours a day saying, oops, you did that, you did that, you didn't tell the truth there, or whatever it might be. It's like it's a new energy, it's a new way of thinking to lighten us up. And that's what Jesus, I think, is trying to do with the course, is lighten us up and say, hey, it's not about any of that we thought it was. We're not here to be punished. We're not here to be Stepford people and everybody doing the same thing the same way and thinking the same thoughts. We're here to use our free will and to learn from this experience called life and to help each other and love each other. When we can just forget about all of this judgment and separation and see the light in each other and see that that's what it's all about, finding our way into that oneness through love, not through earning it in any way or not getting in because you didn't do everything just right. So that's my thoughts on it. I'd love to hear what you all think and any comments that you have to make. This is just me stating what I've been inspired with by the angels and my guidance, my spiritual guidance and my experience in life. And so that's where I'm at with this thing called forgiveness and judgment and love.
I think what the chore with is a positive thing when I pull an Africa cover. I used to do my chores, and I was so much doing my chores till this day on, see, and I may have my effort more positivity, see.
I think what you said, there's a lot to it. And why these lessons have been particularly hard for me is because of the forgiveness that was in my old mind or my old perception. This lesson helped me understand, I think, a little more that the forgiveness is almost, I'm not going to explain this right, but it's the forgiveness of yourself more than anything else, that you're forgiving yourself. And I don't know, it's just like, I have the habit of saying I'm sorry.
Not
And I'm sorry, but I have the habit of saying I'm sorry. But it's more like, to me, I didn't mean to step on your foot, I'm sorry. I didn't mean, it's not the kind of overwhelming forgiveness, like I have to forgive this offense that you made, or I want you to, it's in, was it pono pono, when you say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you.
Yes.
So there is a place for it. I just overuse it. But I think that I'm starting to understand now the forgiveness that the lesson is trying to make me understand, rather than the old world concept I had of that. And I think you're very right. I think we have so much stuff we're cleaning out of our perceptions, out of our that things are, because it's like it says, all of a sudden the day is blue and you can see what the truth is.
Mhm.
You don't have to look at that storm if you don't want to.
Right.
So yeah, I think you're very right there. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement with everything you said too, Teri. I think that, we are brought up to have this holier than thou type of idea about forgiveness. Like if somebody does you wrong, you got to be holier than thou, and you got to, just suck it up and say, okay, you know. And that to me is the I know mind. That's the false, conditioned, programmed mind, the psychological mind. And I'm so grateful that I can forgive that mind and thank it for being nothing, and thank it for, and say, you know what? I'm so grateful that I can forgive the illusion, and, just forgive myself for believing any of the illusion is true, and for being duped into believing that the separation ever happened, being taught that as a baby, as a child, and realizing that all those years of people trying to convince me and tell me that I was wrong, and that, that the gifts that I had been given, were dangerous, and that I shouldn't traffic with them because they were, dangerous. Because I always saw the angels, because I always talked about the angels, because I talked about Jesus as a child. And I knew that I was coming into the world with the direct experience. I have a gift that is connected with the direct experience. I get direct communication. And, that doesn't make me special or different than anybody else. Everyone has that gift. It's what you do with your gift. It's what you choose to, how you choose to experience that gift. And I believe that opportunities to forgive, opportunities when we are triggered or upset by something, is another beautiful gift. It's a gift of grace, and a gift that's sometimes wrapped in sandpaper, and you go, oh God, what's this gift about? Why am I getting this gift again? But you get the gift until you learn the lesson, and when you learn the lesson, then you don't keep getting the same gifts. I love
So,
what I do. I love exactly what you said, Teri.
Thank you.
and I'm just going to expand quickly on what everybody has said so we can go to chanting. I believe that, we're evolving, and we're able now to understand and see the whole picture. So we had to go through what we went through. We had to go through these lessons so we can, like Terry always tells us, so you can see the sandpaper or you can see the opposite. I mean,
Mhm.
how do you know where you've come from? It's like a baby. You know that they're growing because now they're able to crawl. Now they're able to walk. But they can't just go straight to running without crawling. So to me, the understanding that I have, and forgive me if it seems very simplistic, is that, perhaps maybe it's because in Africa your awareness is not dulled, is not numbed. you know you're told, okay, that is the communication. There's a totally different approach. And for me, I was out at 6 years old. I was out in the garden, in the banana trees, and my grandfather came to look for me, and he understood, he knew what the calling was. So and yet then I had the the more traditional church, you see. So you know uh, perhaps maybe what we have to say is thank you. Thank you that we have this awareness. Thank you that we now know what the journey is about, because Jesus went through it as well. And remember when he said, "Forgive them, Father, for they don't understand." So just saying that quickly. Sorry. Bye.
No, it's great, Gracie. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gracie. I have absolutely loved this discussion. I think this is the best discussion we've had out of any of the lessons. It's just so beautiful.
Yes.
But all good things must come to an end, and we need to move on. So we're going to go to tomorrow's
Lesson
lesson.
123. I thank my Father for his gifts to me. Today, let us be thankful. We have come to gentler pathways and to smoother roads. There is no thought of turning back and no implacable resistance to the truth. A bit of wavering remains, some small objections and a little hesitance, but you can well be grateful for your gains, which are far greater than you ever realized. Today is a day devoted now to gratitude. All will add the benefit of some insight into the real extent of all the gains which you have made, the gifts you have received. Be glad today in loving thankfulness. Your Father has not left you to yourself, nor let you wander in the dark alone. Be grateful he has saved you from the self you thought you made to take the place of him and his creation. Give him thanks today. Give thanks that he has not abandoned you and that his love forever will remain shining on you, forever without change. Give thanks as well that you are changeless, for you are one, and he loves you as changeless as himself. Be grateful that you are saved. Be glad that you have a function in freedom to fulfill. Be thankful that your value far transcends your meager gifts and petty judgments of the one whom God established as this one. Today, in gratitude, we lift our hearts above despair and raise our thankful eyes, no longer looking downward to the dust. We sing the song of thankfulness today in honor of the self that God has willed to be our true identity in Him. Today, we smile on everyone we see, and we walk with lightened footsteps as we go to do what is appointed us to do. We do not go alone, and we give thanks that in our solitude, a friend has come to speak the saving word of God to us. And thanks to you for listening to him. His word is soundless if it not be heard. In thanking him, the thanks are yours as well. An unheard message will not save the world, however mighty the voice that speaks, however loving may the message, however loving may the message be. I don't know why it's not letting me get to the point here. However loving the message must be, the voice that speaks is the voice that we listen to.
Beautiful. I thank my Father for his gifts to me. So, yes, we're going to spend the day in gratitude tomorrow, you guys. I love that.
Yep.
Gratitude is right up there. It's the same vibration and frequency as love. So, we get to stay in love tomorrow.
Yes.
And right now, we are going to change our hats. We're going to chanting for change. And our first chant, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. So, Karen, would you share how we do this, please?
Yes. So this is where we chant 3 times slow, and then we chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. And then beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in a short meditation on freedom. Then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all illusions and illness be removed. Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye 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 Namaha. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om 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 Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Om
Gam
Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Ganapataye
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om
Namaha.
Om
Ganapataye
Om
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Ganapataye
Om
Namaha. Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
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 Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha. Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha. Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Ganapataye
Om Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha. Om
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Ganapataye
Take just a moment to breathe in. Just breathe deeply and fully into your heart center. And then release that breath out. As you breathe in, just see how spacious it seems inside your heart center. Because when we release all those limitations and restrictions, all the have tos, and thinking that things have to be a certain way, or that there are things that are keeping us between ourselves and our Creator, when we let go of all that, we open up our heart center even more, and we welcome in the opportunity and the potential for miracles. So we're going into that higher frequency right now, because now that we've cleared everything and cleared the air, we're going to go to that place where miracles abound. And all we have to do is speak, and they're there. So as we do this next chant, hold in your heart what you want to see, what miracle you want to come your way. And we just had a big miracle come in and join us, and that's our miracle, Marlene. Everybody say hi to Marlene. And I'm going to put the words to the chant up. It's Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Karen, if you'll share about this one, please.
Yes. So this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow. Then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
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 Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam-myoho Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
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 Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam-myoho
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
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 Kyo.
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Myoho
Renge
Kyo.
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo, Nam
Nam-myoho
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
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 Kyo,
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Nam-myoho
Nam
Renge
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam-myoho
Nam
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam-myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam-myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam-myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam-myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam-myoho
Nam
Renge
Nam-myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo. Nam
Nam-myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam Myoho Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam-myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam-myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam
Nam-myoho Renge
Myoho
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam-myoho Renge
Nam
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam
Nam-myoho
Nam-myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam-myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam-myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Nam-myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge Kyo,
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam-myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam-myoho
Nam-myoho
Myoho
Renge
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 Kyo.
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 Nam-myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge
Nam Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam-myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
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 Kyo.
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam
Nam-myoho Renge
Nam-myoho
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam-myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo,
Nam-myoho
Myoho Renge
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Kyo. Nam
Nam-myoho
Nam-myoho
Myoho
Renge
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 Kyo,
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Nam
Nam-myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Nam
Kyo,
Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam
Nam-myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam-myoho
Nam
Renge,
Myoho Renge
Nam-myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam Myoho
Nam-myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho
Wednesday.
Oh, let's go back into our hearts. Let's take a deep, deep breath in, filling the lungs, and then exhale that out slowly. Every night, we give honor to our Creator. We do this by chanting Om 3 times. And then after that, we'll stay in our hearts for just a moment, letting that love flow between the heart and the brain. And then we'll give the love away out into the world. So, right now, if you would take a deep breath, we will begin the chanting of Om. Om. When we connect in with our breath, we're connecting with our higher self. And it brings us to that understanding that all there is love. It's the only thing that's real. We leave behind the illusions of the separation, the illusions that there are barriers and obstacles. And we allow the miracles to show up in our life. And that love is what brings them in. So let's focus on the love right now. Just look in your heart and just find that place where it just feels so good and so warm and so inviting. And for me personally, I want everyone on the planet to feel that love. I just want the whole world to see each other through those eyes, to honor and respect, and to cherish each other and our planet. So let's take that next breath in and hold that energy fully, completely in your heart, and send out a desire with your out breath that this love go to every person on earth, every being that has energy, the animals, the trees, all of wildlife, all the waterways, the mountains, the valleys. Let peace prevail on our earth. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Peace. And just hold that vision as we go into this next part where we are going to declare that there is peace on earth. And I'm going to see if Karen will guide us in those words tonight. I will put them up for those of you who don't know the words.
Yes, I'd be honored. So, this is what we do every night. We declare that there is peace on earth and that peace begins inside of us. So we do that as a declaration and we say it all together. 3, 2, 1. We
We
declare
declare
that
that
there
there
is
that there
is
peace on
peace
earth,
is
on
peace
earth,
on earth,
and we
and we
declare
declare
that
that
peace
that
begins
peace
begins
inside of
inside
us.
of
inside of
us.
us.
So it is.
And so
forever
it
and
And
ever.
never.
Amen.
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 and we've been doing this for 1,000 days now as a group known as the
The
Peace for
for
peace.
peace.
Peace for peace.
And all of us here, Karen, Teri, Charlie, Chris and Sunny, Gracie, and Marlene, we're all peace for peace. And wouldn't you like to be a
We have
peace
a P too.
so we can be peaceful
Oh,
all over the earth and have that
Mm.
loving happiness for
mm,
everyone. And the first step is be kind.
Be kind.
kind.
Be kind.
Yes.
someone you out there. No, peace.
And
And
Gracie's here.
hi. And each night we know that we are one with the world and one with nature. Dig deep inside of us, and we chant for peace. And always the hills are alive with the sound of chanting and the spreading of peace. A smile on faces and smile me, spirit magnified,
Magnified.
incredible, loving
Loving
energy.
energy.
And thank you. Today I put a spin on it.
You did. I love that. Marietta would be so proud.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Gracie. Oh, we love when you sing to us, Grace.
Yeah.
Even more, I love it too. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it has been such a blessed night together. Thank you to all who came in for the lessons. And for those of
I
you
have
who came in to chant with us, we thank you so much for that.
it's feast day.
Okay.
It's a prayer to Saint Peregrini, those of those who suffer for cancer. Oh, great! You have been called the mighty, the wonder worker, because of the numerous means from God for those who have turned to you in their need. For the many in their own flesh, this cancer that destroys the very fiber of our being. Be sure God's no earthly power was able to assist you, and you were favored with this coming down from his cross to heal you on your illness. I now ask God the 6 persons whom I entrust to you, and of the people you want to entrust in it. Abide by your powerful. I will forever offer prayers of gratitude to God for his great peace. Amen. So today is the
Thank you, Charlie.
feast day for that.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, we've gone way over tonight. Thank you all for staying with us, and we hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night, wherever you may be. Stay in your hearts, stay blessed, and we'll see you tomorrow to do it all over again.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Namaste.
Namaste
Namaste.
to all. Good night.